Hey guys, gonna give you a quick overview over this new optic that I got for my Block 2 M4. This is the ACE1ARMS T2 Pro. It's a replica of the Aimpoint T2, and I'm gonna compare it to my current optic, which is just I'm not sure who makes it, but it's a replica, China-made T1. It's got the Tango Down cover on it and the Dytac Knights Armament mount. Do a quick overview of it. So first things first, the packaging. It's very similar to the packaging that comes with the Element LA5 PEG 15s. So pretty much the exact same packaging. So I'm not sure if this is actually an Element company or who ACE1ARMS actually is, but they do have a lot of aftermarket like accessories and parts for various guns, and this happens to be the T2. So similar packaging, which is nice that it comes in and it's nicely padded on the inside. So let's get this open. Alright, so go over the accessories first. It does include a battery. This uses CR2032 batteries, which are pretty common, like watch style batteries. Also includes a replacement cover. This actually holds a spare battery. This is a replica of the Knights Armament Aimpoint Micro battery cover. You can store an extra battery in there, and then also mounts onto the Aimpoint itself, so you always have a spare battery ready to go on the adjustment knob. Some silica, and these look like the mounting screws, and the mount that they include is a replica of the, I think, American Defense. Yeah, American Defense mount. I may actually continue using my Dytac Knights Armament mount because I'm really big fan of the style, but this looks pretty alright. We'll see how it mounts, but seems pretty good. I'm not sure which height it is. I'm assuming a lower 1/3 co-witness, which is what I have the Knights Armament replica set to as well. And then we have the Aimpoint replica itself. It does have trademarks, so Aimpoint kind of subdued there, which I like, and then Micro T2, 2 MOA, and then I'm assuming like a fake serial number there. So looking at it, it is a faithful replica of the Aimpoint T2. The adjustment knobs aren't protruding up like the old T1 replicas do. These are nice and slim, which is nice. That's one of my biggest pet peeves of the replicas and some of the primary arms micros, is that the adjustment knobs protrude off of the body of the red dot, and it looks kind of funky to me. So it's nice to have a nice clean look there. It's got the flip up covers, which you can see through, so if you want to, you can always keep them on, but they do flip up, and if you do take them off, it kind of exposes what they actually attach to, which isn't as clean of a look as the old Aimpoint T1. So that's what it would look like without the covers on. So I feel most people would probably just keep these on because it does go along with the look, and it does provide a function of protecting your optic. So go ahead and put these back on. Take a look at the adjustment here. Pretty standard. Looks about the same as the replica T1 that I have. So yeah, very similar design. And let's look at the settings. I already put a battery in this one. This one takes a 2032, as I said. The thing about these is this one takes a 1620, which is a weird battery style, even though this knob is sized for a 2032. So as you can see, battery is quite a bit smaller in there. And let's see what else I can go over here. We'll go through the brightness settings. these up. I believe some of these, they do advertise that 4 of the modes are for night vision, so you may not be able to see them very much at all. Until we get up into them. Getting quite a bit of glare, so I may turn these lights off, but you can start to see it in there. This is setting 10, and they do have 12 settings, so it does get pretty bright. I'll turn off some of the lights here in a second, but I'll cycle through this replica one as well. I'll just turn this one to the brightest setting so you guys get an idea of the difference, and then I'll turn off these lights. So just by looking at it with the lights on, the ACE1ARMS T2 looks quite a bit brighter than this replica. Alright, let's see if we can cycle back down through these. So this is on 12. We're going to go back down. And the dot is quite a bit sharper, but my camera doesn't want to focus on that distance. I can just barely see it, and we're on 4 right now. And it pretty much disappears. So it does get dim enough to use, I think, with night vision without it being super bright, so that's a good sign. We'll go ahead and cycle down with this replica T1. So that's on 3, 2, 1, and 0. And one thing to note on this replica, you can actually go from 0 to, I believe, 11. So you can just turn it all the way on instantly. Whereas with this one, and I believe the real aim point, is you cannot go from 0 to completely on. You have to cycle all the way through. And one thing, you can't turn it off, so you can start at 0, go to 12, and then you have to go all the way back down to 0. Which I think is a good thing, so you're not sitting there rotating this between on and off consistently. The idea with the real aim point was most people just leave them on because of the battery life. But with the replica, I don't expect the battery to be super great. And this seems to be a really high quality. The tube is actually nice and wide, and the thing is out of the way here, the diode, and it seems to be pretty clear. It's got the angled front lens with the ruby coating, same as this one. And it just seems to be a higher quality optic without getting into the range of what Primary Arms and HoloSun are currently offering. So something for like an airsoft optic, I think this is a solid choice. And this is what I'm going to go with for my Block 2 M4 Ranger build, as they are starting to use T2s. And I really like the look of the micro aim points, and I wanted to go that route rather than replicate a Block 2 M4 with an EOTech style sight. So stay tuned for more. Take a look at my Instagram. I'll probably have some pictures posted of my M4 with this optic on it once I decide which mount to use. And I think that's all I got for you. So that was the ACE1ARMS T2 Pro. Thanks for watching.